Hello, everyone. How's it going? Uh, what's going on here, man? A lot of comments here. 16 people already for the live. So, let me see what's going on here. I see some people are really upset. Oh, God. So, anyway, what's going on, guys? How's life? How's it going in general? Let me put this one on. So let me add. Here we go. How we go, my man?
What's up, bro? How are you?
What's up? Oh, good, man. We're live, by the way.
Are we?
Yes. You see the comments.
A lot of people already commented.
People are really upset. So I don't know where to start. But
So,
you
what,
see
what do
the
you
game.
make out of this game?
First of all, I was really surprised how aggressive they played with no reason in my opinion. It was really aggressive, and I don't know. It's weird. It's just a friendly, but they came up like. Fighting, proper fight, you know. So I was surprised about that. I'm surprised about the result. I thought we're gonna win. To be fair, they are really not a good team. And to be fair, we deserve to win because the penalty kick was kind of a, nothing. I don't know. It wasn't a penalty kick. Let's say it clearly. And they play well, but not like crazy well. And we didn't play great, but still. On the 90 minutes, we will win the game. What do you think about the overall game?
I wasn't expecting much, to be honest. And I can see that Nice was a bit fitter than Milan in a way.
Hmm.
Also, I would agree with you. They were a bit aggressive. They were not taking this as a friendly. And I don't know. I think the second team even played, for some moments, played better than the first team. They were more um, I don't know, focus on getting probably a draw or a goal as well. I'd say Pioli is not really adjusting that Krunic position. I don't like when he uses him there. And on the penalty, I'd say the ref was just out of this game. Many calls not made. Some calls are a bit weird. And overall, like the game is just a preparation. I don't know why people should be taking this as bad as it is. This is just a friendly. This is their first serious game. Let's be honest. And Nice have a really good coach. They have some promising talents, and they fought their way. So yeah.
I Some people are saying, okay, there's a comment here that thinks that Nice overall deserved in the 90 minutes because they took the game seriously. Okay, fair enough. I mean, first of all, the referee was surprised like me about the how aggressive was Nice and how aggressive was the game. I think the referee was really surprised. He didn't know what to do because it was still a friendly. But in a normal game, you would see people go with a yellow card. You could see a lot of yellow cards in a normal game. So, hi, man. I see
Hello,
you
bro.
quite upset. Oh man, a lot of people here. Let's see what's going on.
Man, let's
I need to.
stop this, man.
What's up,
I think
What's
we're
up,
I
guys?
think
baby?
I think we are taking over, guys, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. So let's first of all, before because I see we are a lot. So before we take off the picture of the hero, in my opinion, of the game for us, let's talk about Giroud for a bit because it
Okay,
was I mean, it was 40 minutes, 30 minutes. How much he played, I don't know.
Lair, before
So,
we focus on one player, I want you to give me who is your best player and the worst player of today.
oh,
And
I think the worst player, and not because he played the worse than everyone else, because he needs to play way better. And I think Tonali was the worst player of the game.
uh,
I feel really sorry to say that, but because I really believe on the kid. I really want him to succeed. but he played really bad, really, really bad. And I'm talking about basics. I saw on Twitter a lot of people were complaining about Pobega, about Krunic, about same names. Why is Leao lazy and stuff like that. But I feel like Tonali, it looks like it was his first football game in his life. In
So
some moments,
who
he
impressed
was
you the
giving
most?
impressed me. I enjoy the fact that Calabria was focused and he was in a good shape, like the season never stopped. Of course, he wasn't 100%, but it's 45 minutes. He was the old good Calabria, so he was focused. Tomori, I saw him a bit heavy, so I think it's because it's preseason. He's working hard. He wants to be in a good shape when the season starts. Romagnoli was good as well, but nothing what I wasn't expecting from him. Uh, Giroud, I think Giroud, that's what he needs to do this season, basically. A link with the midfield and go there, and when there is a chance, score it. I was saying that yesterday. Yusuf as well was saying that. So, and who else? Really, really didn't like Theo Hernandez. Theo Hernandez was poor, really poor. I mean, decision making. This guy, man, what's wrong with him? Why is playing like this? Why is not playing simple? That is
Man,
crazy.
that's the only reason why he does not be called up for France, and that's why Zidane also let him go from Madrid. The fact that he does this every time, and
Yeah, I think there's a mentality problem with Theo
yeah,
that is
that's
that
the
is
thing.
it's peaking its head. He seems like not very interested into the game. He's more interested into the duel between him and Yusuf Attal. It's crazy. He only wanted to get one trick over Yusuf, the Nice right back. He seemed to be more interested into humiliating the opponent's right back rather than making the right decision to benefit the team. It's I mean, and what was he doing leaving the ball and asking for a penalty when Leah was tackled inside the box? It's I don't know.
But
It's
Yusuf,
crazy.
the problem is that this has been happening since he arrived to Milan, and
Yeah,
way before
actually,
Milan as
yeah.
well.
But it's more apparent now. I don't know
Yeah,
why. I think he feels like more
like
more
if you compare
entitled to
him
show that
to
this side.
if you compare him to his brother, like they're very similar in the way they play, and the reason why his brother is better and he gets called up and everything is only because his choices are better. But physically, I think Theo is a beast. But the way he thinks is sometimes he turns into like the Montari, or I don't know, like some crazy things that you don't really understand. And I was happy to see Mignon actually roughing him up because he needs people to scream at him to wake up on the field. And these sloppy decisions, we've been seeing them quite often. And that's the only thing missing with Theo. Once you fix this, you can be probably the best left back in the world. So it's only like few details, but they make the whole difference for me as well. I don't know. I like the fact that the new kid is I don't know. He showed some good things, some bad things as well. But in general, over the two halves that I watched so far, I think he has potential. Like he can run fast. That's a fact. But also, decision wise, I think he can be better in that factor. I don't
At
know.
least at
It's,
least he
it's
can
more
he can
secure.
keep yeah, at least he can keep Theo on his toes.
Yeah.
Listen, Theo, if you're not playing very well, there's this Balotelli guy that he's gonna take over.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. If he still keep making these type of decisions, I hope we're gonna sell him. I hope we're gonna sell him next summer because I don't think he's gonna grow as a player if he's not improving this season. And what about Tonali, guys? What is your opinion about Tonali? Skrillard, what do you think about Tonali?
It was a bit disappointing for Tonali. I somehow feel that Tonali thinks that he still has some sort of lifeline left from last season to play like how he's playing. It's just not good enough. And if he's going to be one of the pillars when Benacer and Cassie are going to be away, I'm worried, to be honest. If that's the Tonali we're going to see during that January month, I'm definitely worried.
Some people, for example, there is this comment that says that Pobega was lost and made Tonali overwork, and he was getting frustrated. I mean, Pobega didn't play well, but at least I saw a bit more composure on Pobega. I saw when he got the ball, he made at least simple pass, or
He
he
recovered
wasn't
it a few
trying
times
to
as
do a
well.
complicated. Yeah, and he recovered at least 3 or 4 balls. So yeah, Pobega needs a lot to learn. I'm not saying Pobega is our fourth choice in that position. We have Kessi, Benacer, Tonali, maybe Krunic, Pobega. So that's our situation.
Can I say that?
So
And I'm going to go on a bit of a rant. Yeah, are we allowed to swear, by the way?
yeah, fuck it.
You just
Okay.
came
Don't
from
do it too
Hajj.
much.
Be careful.
Just
I
don't
did.
do it too much. That's what I'm saying.
And I was saying it before. This guy is an absolute piece of shit. Okay, and this is the reason
Who?
why I don't finish inside the team. And everyone is saying that he's a versatile. He can play CDM, left midfield, left wing, cam, whatever shit. He is absolute garbage. This guy. Why is he in the team? Why is he in the team? You know, he played the full 90. He played the full 90. By the way, this guy, absolute shit. I don't know why Pioli keeps putting him into the team. He definitely needs to get the hell out of the team, so at least some other players have some time. I'd rather see Daniel Maldini left wing even. Krunic is
Can I
shit.
can I ask you something? Do you think he was the worst player today?
I think he was. You know that penalty
No.
that he gave away? Fine, it was soft. I admit the penalty was soft, but I think there was a makeup call by the ref because Krunic stamped on I can't remember the other player's ankle. And when the play went down, he continued to play. He should have kicked it out. It's a friendly. Come on, man.
I just think he's not good enough. I know, I agree with you, but today he wasn't the worst player, and that's the problem. And even Casti, I don't like him. I don't think he should be next season to AC Milan, but still, he wasn't the worst player today.
Assist, by the way. Samu got the assist.
I think Selemakers played really bad today. And yeah, I mean, the assist is not even, I'm not even looking at it. I'm really not expecting anything from Krunic and Casti. I'm really like more, how can I say it? Just whatever. But the other ones, I really expect a lot from Tonali. I really expect a lot from Theo Hernandez, Leao. Leao really lazy, really like. But please, before we go to analyze all the game and all the players, they are more fit than us. They are gonna start the season in a week. So let's contextualize this thing. Our players are gonna be in that condition in 2 weeks. So we need another 2 weeks of training, of playing football. This one was the first real game of the season. The other two friendly was like a training friendly. So let's calm down a bit. I'm saying, when I say Tonali played bad, I'm not saying that he should have win the game. I'm saying like I need to see from him a bit more composure. Leao probably needs to put a bit more effort. Same thing. We're again like the previous season.
But
See, a lot of
Clearly, this
people like giving Leao
Right,
a lot of heat. I
we
don't know,
wanted
like,
to win the game, right? We wanted to win that game. This is why I think a lot of people in the chat, they're a bit maybe pissed off or a bit frustrated or angry. We should have won the game. Nice,
to
they're
be
not
fair,
a
like,
Champions League side.
in the first half, I only saw Leao actually trying to create something in the last part of the field. Also, like his attitude is the problem. But can he create chances? Yes, of course. Like I saw him taking on many guys on and on again. So that's good. But still, the attitude is something. I don't know how you can change that. To be honest, it needs to come from the player itself.
But
Himself.
guys, if we Anwar and Hosni, I think we need to relax, as Larry mentioned, because it's a friendly. I don't think we should pick on individuals because the team it's not doing well. Like as
No,
a,
of course.
I mean, sorry, did I say that's doing well? No, I mean the team is just coming from preseason. As Larry mentioned, the two previous games were just basically training sessions, and the difference in preparation between us and Nice is massive. Yesterday, if you remember, I mentioned that hopefully we don't end up with having any injuries, and what's important is to know our mistakes and try to address them. And today we know that Tonali needs to be worked on. I'm not giving up on the guy, but he needs to listen to Pioli, and he needs to up his game. But and again, and Liao, I don't want to pick up on individuals because the whole team was not there, and for a reason. Because just uh, we are literally in the first friendly, and they're gonna start competing next game. I think this is their last friendly before starting the league, so they were already in that competitive mood. They're switched on. But for us, we are relaxed. Milan never play in that low intensity under Pioli. We are always high intensity. We're always pressing high, and we are always, disrupting our opponents' tactics and their way they attack. But we didn't do that today. But it is expected. So let's slow down, and I think things
I
are
don't buy
gonna
the argument.
improve.
I don't buy the
Yeah.
argument is that as a team, wouldn't we want to win these games? I mean, it doesn't
No,
have
no.
to.
Yesterday I mentioned the results mean absolutely nothing. Means shit. They mean absolutely nothing. Friendlies. Again, I will say that again. I don't know if you heard me yesterday. I said we won 4-0 against Bayern Munich in that preseason
Banter
friendly.
era.
Yeah, and then we ended up eighth in the season. It meant absolutely nothing. I don't
I know
care
it
about
might
results.
mean something in points, but as a football team, we should play to win. This is what I believe.
Yeah, but let's be honest. They played really aggressive. They lost all their preseason games, so they were like, we cannot lose this one as well because we're starting the season in a week. So we need to play properly. You saw how bad they were actually fouling us with no reason. You saw how they fall. They did a foul to Tomori with no reason. Like was some they were playing really bad, in my opinion. In a normal game, they would have get a red card for sure. They would have get a red card and they would have lose easily. So, and we are not fit. Let's face it. So I prefer our team to approach that game in that way. So at least you don't get injured, you don't get upset, and at the end of the thing is just you need to get some minute on your legs and run and get fit for the 23rd of August. So it's still early. The we're gonna have a game against Valencia and Real Madrid. I think that's gonna be a good test, especially for to see how we're gonna play as a team, as an overall. Giroud. Let's talk about Giroud, guys. Let's talk about the good things because there was some good things. I really like Giroud. I think he's again his composure, his finish. He's a proper striker, and he's not Leao. He stays up there. So I'm looking at AC Milan as a fit team with Giroud as a striker. We can be more dangerous than the previous season, and he can actually be a perfect replacement, or even how can I explain it? Play even before Zlatan, be the first choice in some games. So I'm quite happy for that. What do you guys think about Giroud?
Okay, if I can
Go
go,
ahead.
I like Giroud in the sense that when he scored, I mean, he made an immediate impact. You got to admit that. And what I like about the goal is that there were two defenders, right next to him, and he still managed to get the header in. So that goal was not only important in terms of getting the scoreboard, but in my opinion, I thought it knocked the wind out of Nice a little bit. They seem to be fearing Giroud a little bit more apprehensive going forward. So it's also the psychological impact that I think Giroud has.
I would agree with that. Hussein. But to be honest, like the sign in and for how much we got Giroud for, also the salary we're paying for, I think it's an absolute great deal. I'm not expecting an upgrade to Ibrahimovic, but at least now we have someone who can fill that position when Ibra is out or when Ibra is not playing well. So having that option is a plus for any coach, and having his experience also playing with French team and even playing in Europe, I think he's gonna help a lot. So I don't want to see Leao playing in that position anymore. I think he's playing out of position. I think a lot of players are playing somewhere out of position in this youth squad. But if we focus on keeping him on the wing, maybe that that could give him room to improve a lot. So I don't know. I want to see Leao playing more on that wing, and overall, I think even if we have Giroud, we need more creative players. I don't want to rely on Castillejo style makers, Rebic and Leao going for the Champions League or the Campeonato. Let's be real, guys. Like we might love these players, we might not, but still, if you're thinking about trophies, you need more than this. You need actual upgrades in those positions. And I'm hoping that Maldini can see that, because there is no upgrade from last season. Like, yes, we're taking this slow. We're not putting out players, but still, you can see so far it's gonna be pretty much similar to last season when it comes to the wingers in Milan. So I hope we can get someone better there. And if we get that creative player there, I think Giroud or Ibra would be scoring a lot more. So it comes down to this more.
And I want to add something about the game today. If you put Kessie in that midfield, it changes completely the game. So we need to understand that we cannot play without Giroud. Without Kessie. Yeah, we can play 1 or 2 games and maybe win those games in a dirty way. But without Kessie, we cannot really convince and win a game properly. So Kessie is a vital part of our team. Benacer as well. I think Kessie and Tonali, Kessie and Pobega is another level of midfield than Pobega and Tonali. And Kessie and Benacer is another level again. And everyone plays better around them. So let's calm down. As I said, the season is still, it takes another 3 weeks. The team is not fit. Rebic came a week ago. Giroud came a week ago. Brahim Diaz 2 weeks ago. And we all know it's the first season for Pobega. And the defense looks good. I want to be honest. And Kier is going to come. Calabria is a good player. I'm looking forward. I'm happy that Giroud scored. I think on the mental side is so important for him. It's like now it feels like I'm in the squad. I'm in the group. You know, I'm part of the AC Milan. The supporters loves me. Anything else you guys want to add? I don't know. Any
Yeah, well,
particular thing?
regarding Giroud, well, I'm a fanboy of the guy. I've wanted him to come for so long, kind of to see him having his first touch as a goal is just fantastic. I know I don't want to read too much into it, because I don't want to be a hypocrite and say let's calm down and not read into too much into friendlies and then hype up Giroud. It still means nothing. Even if him scoring is still a friendly, it means absolutely nothing. He showed a touch of class, but that's it. We need to. There's 3 weeks of preseason ahead of us, maybe more, because you're already starting the 28th. Is it of August or 23rd of August?
23rd of
so
August.
all right, so we have 23 days of preparation. Let's keep everyone fit, and let's build up stamina. That's what we need, and strength, and so quality is there. And again, these are the players that got us second in the Calcio and in the Campionato, and I trust them. I trust them to the fullest. Yeah, I know that we need some reinforcements, maybe in the cam position, the central attacking midfielder. But what's more important for me now that not so many people are talking about is the midfield, the alternatives to Kessie and Ben Nasser, especially if they go to the African Cup in February, where we're gonna have tough games. I think Juventus and Inter, and a game of Champions League in the middle. We cannot go there with Krunic or with Pobega and Tonali. Honestly, I'm more concerned about this position rather than any other position, even right wing.
Guys, I want to make a shout out. I thought Romagnoli, he had a bit of Maldini in him. Yeah, do you see some of the slides he did? I felt like saying,
Don't go
okay,
there, man.
Bro
Don't
Maldini.
go there.
Oh yeah,
You are-
and our next captain should be Mike Magnon, because this guy he's shouting already, and he's giving orders and giving the that angry look to other players. This guy has character.
Yeah, no,
No, but one of the highlights
it
of
looks
Manyan,
good.
the Lille defense is actually is quite good. I think he's played with a good defense in last season.
Yeah, it's oh man, I'm worried about the midfield, especially our second options are not good enough. In terms of personality, that's my biggest worry. For example, when I see Tonali missing the ball or missing the pass, clearly it's not because he's not good enough. He's scared. He's not showing the right personality. It feels like he's not ready for AC Milan. That's what worries me the most, because the guy knows how to play football. It's dangerous. So we need someone that actually talks with the kid and explains a bit what's going on here, because he needs to do that jump now and to be better. But yeah, what about Pioli, guys? What do you think about Pioli? Well, what is I mean, it's still pre-season, as I said before, but any thoughts?
Nothing new so far, to be honest with you there. Like, because I don't see that we've given him a better team than last season. So far, this is what we actually have, and I don't know. Next season is gonna be open. You don't know who's gonna be the champion. So I want this management to spend a little bit more on those very key specific roles. If you let Hakan go, you need to bring someone. Also,
But it's coming. It's coming. That
you're facing, like Yusuf said, and we said it so many times before, Kessie and Ben Nasser are gonna leave, and we have, and that period, generally speaking, even if you're not playing Juve or Inter, is a hard period. Like you're going from the winter to the away games, and that shift can be very. We suffered a lot last season during that shift, and I don't know. I heard some rumors about Bakayoko, but I saw here a comment from Omari. He said, "I would love for Renato Sanchez." I couldn't agree more. But the fact that you have teams like Liverpool willing to spend 30 million or 35 on the guy, yeah, like if there was no competition for him to go buy him, yeah, it would be a perfect fit for Milan, and I think he can actually start. Like the guy that is that good. So I don't know. Even Bakayoko is gonna be better than having Pobega and Tonali. Tonali, I think he's playing out of role so far. I don't think he can play like Kessié or Ben Nasser. He does not have that kind of play. And even if he learns, it's gonna be a slow learning path. So him probably playing in a different formation, you can probably see more potential in Tonali and the way he plays. If you put probably two midfielders, very strong ones, next to Tonali, then he's gonna focus more on passing the ball rather than running and trying to mark. So that's my only take so far. I think that we need to give Pioli a better team and then judge if he's a good coach or not. So far with the team given, I think he's doing excellent.
yeah, some people were complaining why Leao is playing as a striker, or why Krunic is playing, or why Pobega is playing. It's a pre-season game. Everyone needs to get fit. That's the whole point of this game, is to get fit and to try some tactics and to make everyone understand what we need to play. Because all the 22 or 25 players needs to understand how we have to play next season. Maldini, I saw the kid was really good. Anyone wants to say anything about Maldini? Because I think he was fresh. He was like ready to go.
Loan him out. I hate the kid.
Really, Yusuf? I
The
think he
the
played
only
really well.
oh no, the only thing good about this guy is his name. Uh, and he
Oh, he
is
didn't play at
so
all during the season.
yeah. Well, last season, yeah, he didn't play that much, but I think this guy is just playing because he's a Maldini. Honestly, I know. This is not a very popular opinion, but I don't think he's special. I don't think he has anything to add to the team. He's not better than any of our left wingers. If he's a left winger, he's not better than any of our central attacking midfielders. If he is a playmaker, he needs to go on alone, and then when he's there, he proves himself and comes back. I know so many people don't like to see a Maldini out of Milan, and I used to be one of those people. But to be realistic, we are not in a charity here, which is it's not called Maldini, AC Maldini. It's AC Milan. So if he goes on loan and comes back and proves himself in Serie B or at a lower team in Serie A, then we'll come back. Regarding Pioli, let me just go back to Pioli and say he made a weird thing or a weird decision today. He subbed Calabria out and then sent Gabbia into that right back position, only to make another sub and get Conti in and then make Gabbia a center defender. Why not play Conti in the beginning and just get out sub out any of the central midfielders, Tomori or Romagnoli? It's weird. I don't know what he's trying to do. Getting Gabbia first as a right back, then Conti, and pulling Gabbia as central defender.
I think Gabbia went center defender because Tomori got injured or kind of injured, so he moved back to Gabbia in the middle and Conti on the right. I really believe Conti wasn't playing because he's leaving, so he doesn't want to injure Conti. And Gabbia playing on the right is just helping him to get some minute and start and run and get fit for the season. But yeah, I thought he's gonna do the same. I thought like he's gonna put Conte on the right, Gabbia in the middle with Tomori or Romagnoli. But yeah, I think. Yeah.
Did he change formation in the second half? Like he played a 4-4-2, right?
Kind of a 4-4-2. It just Krunic was playing as a number 10, I think, because no, Rebic was playing as a number 10.
Rebic, yeah.
Rebic was playing as a number 10, so second striker. Maldini on the left, Casti on the right.
Because I
Krunic
saw
and
like both Rebic and Maldini so many times both playing on the left.
Yeah. Maldini used to tuck in to allow Ballo-Torre to push forward. That was he purely implemented the kind of fluid formation up front where Maldini and Casti, sometimes you see them tucking in the middle, playing in the hole, while Rebic would go left and the new guy Ballo-Torre pushing forward. It's good, but it needs to be executed in a better way. The idea is fantastic.
Yeah, going back to Maldini, I think your opinion was quite surprisingly harsh, in my opinion, because first of all, Maldini need to stay in the squad because you need that amount of players that actually come from the Primavera to register your team in a UEFA competition. And Maldini is one of those players that doesn't mind not playing and being that number. So on the other players, Colombo or whoever, Pobega, they want to play, so they need to get on loan. So I'll say, and I think he played really well today. He played better than a lot of other players. He played better than Salemaker, for example.
I think he even played better than Diaz, to be fair.
Exactly, he played better than Diaz. He knew what to do with the ball. He did some 1-2 pretty well. It looked quite fresh and
he came on when half of or the entire team of Nice was already substituted, so I cannot judge that.
But
I don't know.
It's not because of the name, because his brother is not playing for us as well. So I don't think the name can only go so far.
Yeah. I'm just being sarcastic there. It's just, but I think he just needs to. I'm not saying he's not good, but he's not special. I think we need to get the players. Listen, I know we hate that name because we spoke about him for a long time and he never came, Ragnik. But Ragnik said something very important. Good players or world-class players show their class at the age of 18. If you're not good at 18, then you're never gonna be good. That's him saying that. I don't
I
agree
don't agree with that.
totally. I don't agree totally, but the guy has a point.
Like Yusuf, take for example, so many players that got really well after like 25 or 26. You have, I don't know, Xavi, Iniesta, Modric. Have you heard about Iniesta at 18?
Yes, of course,
No,
yes. I don't
he was
know.
not
You
special
didn't
at
know
youth.
Iniesta
Of course,
when he was
no. I
18?
watched Barcelona, and they brought Edmilson to play in the midfield, and they had Xavi and Iniesta, and they both of them did not start in the team.
There's a totally different thing, not having the chance and not having the class.
No.
The
All I'm
guy
saying is
always had class, but he just didn't have the chance to
all I'm
blossom. You
saying
know
is
what I mean?
that, like, for some positions, like midfielders or defenders, they can get really well and excellent at a much older age. They don't really show that much greatness when they're very young.
Yeah,
Because with experience,
that's why I said I don't totally agree with the guy, but to a certain point, we need some sort of guarantees when we get like an 18, 19-year old guy. When we talk about potential, that means he has something to offer, and that is some sort of skill set that is raw, and then we need to uh, you know we need to develop it. But I think Maldini has, I don't know, I don't know, maybe I'm too harsh, but I think Maldini doesn't have that X factor.
I'll-
That's why.
definitely agree with that. But
I
I think
will-
I
he
don't
can
think we're gonna get the young players that you're talking about. We can't even get Caio Jorge out over the line as well. So I don't know what young players that we're gonna get that fit the profile. And if they do, I don't know how much time we're gonna give them.
Damsgaard, someone like Damsgaard. I think his name's Damsgaard, right? The
they're
Sampdoria
asking
guy.
for 40 million, Yusuf. That's the thing. Like,
The-
if you want these
yeah,
kind
well,
of players,
because he was discovered and he showed his talent at the biggest stage in Europe, and now he's 40 million. That's what we're supposed to do.
What if I tell you then, let's say Maldini goes to Sampdoria and after a season he plays like Damsgaard?
Then that's fantastic. That's
But-
what I'm saying.
but-
He should go to on loan, show us his what he gets, what he has, and then comes back.
But you cannot send him on loan when you don't have enough players from the youth to actually register your team to the UEFA
I
competition.
understand that. Yeah,
So
well,
what at the end, who is gonna pay the price for that and stay in the bench the entire season? The son of Maldini, because Colombo is gonna say, "Fuck you, I'm not doing that. I want to play." Or Pobega is gonna say, "No, I'm gonna go to Spezia. I'm not gonna stay in the bench." So basically, he's paying a price, staying in the bench, just to do a favor to the entire club, because we need those 4 or 5 or 6, I don't know how many they are, to register our team. Because the previous management has been so bad with the youth, with the Primavera, that actually we cannot bring 4 decent players. And all the decent players we gave them to Sassuolo, to Atalanta, to all other teams. So basically, Maldini is a kid that wants to play in Serie B, wants to play in Serie C, wants to play for Chievo, Verona, or for a shit team. But I cannot do that because the father is telling me you need to stay here because I cannot register the entire club without a decent player. I have to put Di Gesù, but Di Gesù wants to go on loan. It's telling you, fuck you, I'm not staying. I want to play. So it's crazy. And I agree with all your point. If we don't have in the squad Casti or Krunic or player like Conti or Caldara, I agree with you. I mean, I would say why Maldini is in the squad, but we have worse player than Maldini at the moment, unfortunately, or player that they have less potential than Maldini. So I think he's been in that club because Maldini is his father, but still it's not
I got a
so bad.
solution for you, Lion.
Huh?
Let's register the 50-year-old Maldini. I'm sure he's got 1 or 2 games left in him. He looks like he's in decent shape, by the way. Yeah, just put his name. He's a youth product, isn't he?
Guys, Roy is here, and now is big shit, guys. Roy, have you seen the game, man?
Hey, what's up? Hey,
What's
what's
up,
up, man?
man?
Hey, Roy.
Yeah, I just have a few minutes, guys. Yeah, listening to you guys' takes. I saw the game in the background. I had it in the background while I was working. Just a few minutes, guys. Then I'm out. I don't agree with a lot of the things I'm hearing. I honestly thought that this was better than I expected. I think the team is physically further ahead than I thought they would be, seeing that Nice literally starts the league on next week. So I thought this was a pretty bad game for Nice because their state of mind and where they are in training is much more forward than AC Milan. AC Milan they're still pretty relaxed at Milan, at Milanello. They still have 3 weeks to go. They still have a lot of preparation to do. They still have a lot of chemistry to build, a lot of rhythm to build. While Nice has 1 week to go, so their level where they are at a level of intensity, adrenaline is much further ahead. I thought that the players looked good. The only player that I didn't like so much was Leao. I thought that Pobega was a little bit lost, didn't really impose himself, but again, the team they're playing against is much more forward in physically. Pobega wasn't supposed to even play. Benacer was supposed to play there. Pobega was supposed to come in. So he wasn't given the responsibility. Tonali, I thought, did okay. He did okay. I didn't mind Tonali. I thought Brahim Diaz had moments where he attacked spaces and dribbled, and he had confidence. I liked Magnin a lot. I liked him a lot. He showed a lot of personality, so I'm happy about that. That's the first time I've seen him play. So I liked his personality. I liked his presence. He moves a lot. A lot of motion, a lot of energy. He had some good saves, I think. Tomori looked really good. Romagnoli looked very good. I liked Romagnoli. He looked very good. Giroud was great. I mean, he came in and he did exactly what he's supposed to do. Those are the kind of players we need against teams like Udinese, right? Cagliari. You put in those crosses and you need a big, tall guy that will impose himself over the defenders and head the ball in the net. So great, good. I was pretty negative about Giroud, but today he showed me that that's why they got him, just for that reason there. Overall, I was pretty happy with what I saw. I literally thought that the team is in a much more advanced position than they are. So I was a pretty good outing. I thought it was a pretty good outing. And I thought Maldini was really good. I liked Maldini a lot. He came in the game and right away, energetic, one-touch football, long passes. He has something to prove. That's very good. That's what I wanted to see from Maldini.
What about Makers and Rebic, Roy?
Did Rebic play today?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I didn't even notice he played. Salamakers was a little bit absent, I think, in the build-up play. I think that side of the field with Calabria and Salamakers in the first half, it was a little bit more difficult. Like Nice is better at defending in that area of the field, so it's a little bit more difficult. But also, this was Calabria's first game in a long time. So overall, I thought this was a pretty good friendly, pretty good outing. First time that Milan comes to play a competitive match in months against a team that, as I said, is ready to start Ligue 1 in a week. I thought these are good indications, very good indications, and let's see what happens against Valencia, Real Madrid. And then, guys, in 3 weeks, we start. The stakes are high. One thing that I don't think we should do is start throwing stones at players for this game here, because this is just there's no stakes. This is not a high stakes game. This game means nothing. Play this game in 4 months, let's say in a competitive match, and then it's a whole different story. Milan would be dominating this game, winning 3-0. Other than that, guys, I was pretty happy with what I saw today. I gotta say, so I was pretty happy. I see someone is asking Castillo. Look, Castillo. What did he do? He had a good cross, but is Castillo even going to stay with the team? So I don't think it matters whether or not Castillo played well or not. I think the Milan universe is done with Castillo, but for me, he's a good player, and it doesn't really matter how he performs. Krunic looked decent. He looked decent. The whole team looked decent. So overall, my take was a pretty positive one today.
I agree with you, Roy. Actually, it was a perfect analysis. I think, the physical condition was pretty good considering the 3 week of training. And yeah, you say in 4 months. I think if we play this game in a month, we beat them 3-0. I feel like we have more quality. And if it's an official game, let's say it's an Europa League game, you beat them because we know we won the 3 points and we beat them. We came in the pitch today trying to, play a friendly and try some tactics and some stuff. So that's why we were quite unprepared with the aggression and all the physicality they put in the pitch. So yeah, I think overall it was good. But Tonali, in my opinion, was a bit disappointing. I said yesterday, I wanted to watch this game to look at Tonali, his tactical progression, what he's doing. Is he improving? Is he growing in the squad? And I don't think he's
I saw
yet
him
there.
coming very late, like on the marking or when he needs to fill the position. Like the ball goes there, then he comes running very late. And sometimes if you're there already, then you push the other team to do other choices. And I think the problem with Tonali is that I don't think he ever played that position before with that kind of characteristics when it comes to defending and offering something in offense. So I think he spent a year now adjusting, and I don't see like the better results so far.
All right. So my opinion on Tonali is this. I'm going to reserve judgment on Tonali up until, let's say, much further ahead. Tonali is 20 years old. He's 20, right? Or turning 21. If we can't compare him to Kessie, because when Kessie was 20 years old, he was not playing in a team as big as Milan. And just a few years ago, a lot of Milan fans were ready to cut Kessie out of the team. So let's see how Tonali develops. We bought him. I'm not going to judge him on a friendly against a team that is obviously better physically prepared. So I'm going to reserve my judgment for Tonali for much down the road.
I don't know, man. I can still judge him on the fact that he never tried a difficult pass. He never showed up when the defender doesn't know where to put the ball. So sometimes when the center defender doesn't know where to put the ball, Benacer goes there and gets the ball, shows the personality and says, "Give me the ball. I know what to do with the ball." He's never doing that. He's never trying, as I say again, a vertical pass. Always an easy wide pass. He's never doing that.
Like he was offering himself more to Tomori and Romagnoli. Like you would see him drop back.
Guys, sorry, I would argue that Benacer's first year at Milan, he didn't do any of this stuff. He barely was able to get any minutes. So let's see.
Well.
Second,
for sure.
Benacer also got a lot of yellow cards in his first season.
Don't you think, guys, he should be playing like every week out? To be honest, if you want to see like some quick development in Tonali, probably you should loan him out and bring an older player and to fill the rotation part.
I thought Matey wasn't bad.
Based on this game, you would like to loan him out. There was absolutely no
based on this game, Roy. I'm speaking about the year, the past year, and what we saw from Tonali and what we're expecting this year.
Well, guys, let's see how he develops. I think you guys are pushing the gun a little bit too much. Let's see. Let's give him this season at least.
All I'm saying is I want to see him play more. I think this kind of player needs to play more in order to develop.
Of course, all players need to.
Roy, I think the connection is having a problem. Bertonali, never heard that before. Nice on Carlo Moretti. Hopefully not. Hopefully he's going to be a good player. Roy is still there. I think going back to Tonali, I really don't understand why he doesn't show a bit of personality. Again, I want him to be brave, to understand that no one is going to judge him from trying a difficult pass or making the right decision but not succeeding. Everyone is going to be complaining about it when he's going to be always like never risking and never trying to show some personality. That's my point on Tonali.
Well, one thing I can say about Tonali is that at Brescia, his best moments was when he found himself in more advanced positions and used his instinct to create space for himself. Let's see, guys. Let's see what the season brings. Tonali might surprise all of us, or he might be a complete flop. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Love you all. I got to get back to work. Peace.
Roy. One thing I did want to say about when he played at Brescia, I think he took a lot of the set pieces. But I saw just now Theo was taking the set pieces, and Tonali was really taking the corners, I think.
But
so what's going to happen? What's happening
Laird
with that set piece situation?
I think this is what Laird is saying. Like, he needs to step up. He needs to go to Theo and tell him, even if it's Theo the starter and like a big star of the team, you tell him, I'm taking the free kicks, and you show that you can do that. Like, I think I don't see that type of, I don't know. Even Mignon today, like, he just arrived at the team and he can already tell, oh, this guy has personality. He's showing that on the pitch. Like, it only took us like one half to tell that. So that's why I'm saying, like, with Tonali, I think the pressure is getting to him. And
guys, we really need to lift off the pedal here, the gas pedal. It's just a friendly. Let's not read too much into it.
I'm not speaking.
I know. I hope you would accept that from me. I'm just gonna argue with you that even with Lara, it's you need you guys. Let's just relax. I think this team got a second last season. The other teams are not better. Maybe they will get better with the at the end of the Mercato window. But they at this point today, we are one of the best teams in Italy.
So my question
we are a Serie A title contender this year, and this is not shouldn't even be our objective. It should be only fourth place. Again, remember, guys, when I say what I say always, 1 point ahead of fifth. If we're 1 point ahead of fifth by May 2022, we're happy.
But Yusuf, my question to you: Do you think we can rely on what we've seen from Tonali from last season and these preview game, like these 3 games, if we have Ben Nasser and Kessie leaving the team?
I cannot give you.
Tonali out there.
I honestly cannot give you an answer because I don't have enough information. I don't have enough. I didn't see enough of Tonali to judge him, and then tell you, okay, let's depend on him or not. But the people at the management in Milan saw something in him. We have Moncada and Armstead and Maldini and Massara. Those people are the professionals, and of course they saw something in this guy. All we need now is patience. We just a few years ago, not a few years ago, just 1 year or so, 1 year and a half ago, we are in the banter era, and now we're talking about, oh, Tonali is shit and Tonali is that and Kronos is that. We don't want to be ungrateful, you know. Let's build.
All I'm saying is that Tonali is great, but I don't think he fits what Milan needs right now.
He will learn. He will learn. Or as I mentioned yesterday, maybe Pioli should have another tactical solution.
This is what I said. Like,
yeah.
What I believe is that if you want to give that kind of player enough room, you need to give him to a team like Pobega when he played with Spezia. He played every week, and you can see a great progression from when we sent Pobega to Spezia and when what Pobega has been realizing at the end of the season. So that kind of minutes, it gives you the progression you need. And if you do that with Milan, just imagine he does not start with the whole season. Then Ben Nasser and Kessie are leaving. Then he's playing the derby.
That's agree.
A lot of pressure on the kid.
I absolutely agree with you, Anwar. But the thing is, for a month or a month and a half, we're gonna lose those two players, and
And
if
they
we're
might
gonna
be
bring
injured
in,
in
yeah, and
the
then
other.
we're gonna bring in two players, right? We need two players because Tonali and Pobega are not doing it. But who are these players? We are already the most team that spent
There is
in the mercato. How much did we spend already? 50 million?
Ba-
No one spent that
Bakayoko.
much.
I think Bakayoko is a great option for a sub because we know
I agree.
Bakayoko. He fits in this system. He played with these players. He knows them, and he wants to play for Milan. If you can get him for 12 million, that's a bargain. And I'm not saying that we
Uh,
can count on Pobega on Bakayoko on winning anything. But if it comes down to these specific months when you're missing your two key players in the midfield, and if one of them even is missing, then you can see that the equilibrium in the team is not there. So Bakayoko for me is a great answer to that problem. And if you rely on Tonali on just that those moments, like he's not gonna start, and then you have to rely on him on big games. And let's say Milan is ahead of Inter with 1 point, like this, like the if you look at where the season is gonna go at, by that time, and there is a lot of pressure on that game, I don't want to throw the Tonali there because you can break the player if you play him at risk too much.
From now until then, I think Tonali will improve.
uh, hopefully, and
Hopefully, like
when
we all hope for this. Like this is
Yeah, I
the
know,
ideal
of
one.
course.
what I want to try to explain to people, because there's this comment, maybe we can talk about Pobega a bit or whatever. My issue is, you saw Casti comes in and he asks for the ball and he tries to dribble, he tries to give a pass, he tries to do a 1-2-1. The problem of Tonali shows less personality than Casti, and he is leaving. He is not even good enough to play for AC Milan. He shows less personality than Pobega that came yesterday to AC Milan. He's showing less personality than Krunic. That's my main concern. Personality is something that you cannot train. Or you show it, or you step up, or you don't. It's not something in between. You can be good at passing. You can get better at passing. Gattuso was an awful player, but he had so much personality when he came at AC Milan at the age of 20. He was trying, even if his passing was horrible, but he was trying. Tonali has an incredible pass, incredible touch. He's a better player, but he's not even. It feels like he's so scared. And I'm like, what we can do about it? There is anything Maldini, Pioli, or anyone can do? Does he need maybe some mentoring from Kessie, from Benacer? Does he need probably Ibra to talk with him? Or maybe he needs, like Anwar is saying, in a team that it doesn't have competition, so he's relaxed and he can play and show his potential. I don't know. Hopefully we're going to find a solution, because he's a key player for us.
Guys, wasn't he
And
playing okay in the second part of last season? I thought he was doing quite not too bad in the second part.
Yeah, but like the stakes are different now, Husni. Like last season, we were saying, we are hopeful we can make it to the top four. Now we made it second. We need to compete more. So if you're competing for more, you need to improve. I don't know. Like it's just a logical way for me to think about this. And
Yeah, but he's not a starter, so
the reason why I'm saying this
what do you
is
say?
if you do a mistake in the position he's playing, it can lead to a goal. And we saw that with Benacer. We saw that with Kessie in the past. Until they improve on their game and their reading of the game. But before that, if you miss the pass there, you can easily give away a goal. And that's a lot of pressure. Like you put in Tonali, he's trying to prove himself. He ends up getting a red card and probably giving away another goal. And that even breaks him more. Like he's not improving in anywhere here. Even if he did like 60 minutes, he played really good, and then he ends up in 1 minute taking on that pressure. I don't know. Like for me, the Tonali case is, I think he's not playing his best position, and I think also the pressure is fucking him up.
So your suggestion is to loan him out?
Yes,
Do you think
I'm
this is
suggesting like
do you think this is a realistic option now?
yes, like if you if you loan him out, I don't know, to a team where you're trying to get a signing probably from that team as well, let's say you're going for Berardi, you can loan Tonali to Sassuolo like we did with Locatelli. We sold him, we should have loaned him out. Or we sold him with an option to buy back. And you should try something with Tonali in this case because he's at the age where he should be playing. He should have been called up with the national team to the Euros, even as a sub. Like
I don't
still-
believe that anymore.
No,
The
I'm
reason
not
don't
saying he
think
should be a starter for Italy, but if Cristante is cutting it for Italian national team, you should make place for Tonali. Like you should fight for that place as well.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. If Cristante has the balls to play a final, a Euro final,
Yeah,
and actually
like,
don't
that's
miss
the
a
thing.
pass and fight, I'm expecting from Tonali to actually pull up a good game against Nice, a decent game against Nice. That's what I'm expecting. I have a high expectation from Tonali.
I think
And
the
another
fact
thing is,
that he has,
I don't think it can happen. The loan this season is not gonna happen. But if he does another season like the previous one, definitely that is gonna be the option for the next season, for the season after. You know what I mean? We have to send him on loan because if he's still performing in this way, he needs to, change team and just get a fresh air. I don't know, and try to improve in another
like, for
situation
me,
and
he
come
should be
back.
playing UEFA Europa League, like this Confederation New Cup, the UEFA League. He should be playing these type of games and probably like fighting for a trophy with these teams. Then, if he comes back to Milan, you're gonna see a different player. He's gonna be much more confident in his play because he knows he can compete. So now I think the fact that he loves Milan so much as a fan as well, I think it's getting to his mind. Like he wants to prove a lot. He's not focusing probably. He's not concentrating too much when he's playing.
Do you
Probably
guys
he's listening to
think
Pioli, but
do you
it's
guys
not
think
showing
this is Pioli's responsibility?
Yeah, definitely. The coach responsible for improving the players. As much as we gave him credits for improving style makers, for getting Calabria back, and so many other players, you should focus on the other players. Like, why is Leao not improving on his attitude? Why Tonali is not showing what we're trying to, like, just glimpse of potential? And we don't see that. Like, that's the thing. With Ben Nasser, even when he was doing a lot of mistakes, but in the game, he would dribble two guys and would say, oh, this is good. And we can take it from here. Like, if we focus more on this type of play, this player is going to become a great player. But with Tonali, what do we see so far? Like, that's the thing. Like, even Mete, last season for me, he was playing even better at some times. Like, he was giving key passes, he was giving assists, Mete at the end of the season, and playing from that position because he has more confidence in his play. And it shows, like, it definitely shows on the pitch. With Tonali, like, even with the long balls now, he's trying too hard, or I don't know, like, it's not a secure, safe place when he's thinking about playing. Like he's thinking too much or waiting too long, and that's mental. That's a mental problem. It's not. It has nothing to do with the football.
I think he needs to grow up here. That's
Yeah, that's the
basically.
thing. So I think Ibra should realize that because I think Ibra is also a coach of this team, and he should look at these players who are lacking. Leao. No, last season you were screaming and shouting at Hakan because he deserved it, and we all agree on that. Now I think you should put that pressure on Leao and Tonali and some of these guys that have been there now for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, and we're still waiting. Why are we waiting? Like, either you show what you have or you need to find better options. And
No,
this
I
is
agree,
when,
Anwar.
for me,
It
this is
doesn't
when
matter
Elliot
that-
comes in. But also this is where the management is. Because if your management is not trying to win trophies, we're just aiming for it. And we hope if we can cut it, you're not making it more realistic, then yeah, you should expect next season, if we finish top 4, we should be happy with this team because this is what they were trying to achieve. They were not trying to achieve the campeonato. So with this signing so far, I think we've put a lot of money and we're trying to fill positions. We're not upgrading yet.
I just want to have something to say, Anwar. I do agree with you, but in the case of Liao, I agree we should do that. But on top of that, we also need to play him in this consistent position. If he's going to play like Cam in one game and right wing another game, why are we getting pissed off with his attitude then? And the same thing, I don't know why Tonali is not being given the privilege. If you see like how everyone's good friend Krunic is being used, left wing, cam, CDM. Why not experiment with Tonali? That's why I don't see the issue with experiment. These are young players, by the way. Even the case of Hauge, people saying he's not cutting it on the left wing. Can he try another position? Have we ever seen him in any other position where Pioli seems to think that he's not good enough? So this is why I and maybe one of the reasons why I'm purely out. We need to give opportunities and options to young players.
And if you're not giving them, you'd rather loan them out and probably find a better option, because at some point in the season, you're going to rely on them. You have to. It's only natural that players get injured, or we have COVID as well. So we have other cups playing during the season. And you should think ahead of this. And last year, we ended up playing the big games with the subs. Is that
what
a
about
problem we should probably address?
Salemaker?
For me,
Salemaker played really bad.
There, like I gave you, like we had a big argument about Saelmakers, I remember, in one of the podcasts, and my opinion did not change at all, and I keep saying it. I think Saelmakers is a really great sub for Milan. He should not be the key starter player as a winger. That's all I'm saying. If you're winning the game 1-0, you want to rest your winger, you get Saelmakers there, he's going to do the running. He can get them caught on a counter-attack, and that's perfect. That's a great signing. He developed from a 7 million value to a 22 or 25 million now. And even if he does not cut it, you can sell him at a higher value. So overall, like if you think about this from a club perspective, it's a great deal. But
what do you think about his performance? Because
I didn't see anything better than last season. I saw him worse, but it's very early, so I'm not gonna give the kid crap. But still, he needs to show more. Because we're gonna rely on him so far as our key starter. So if you're gonna be playing there, we should be expecting more from last season. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think we need to go back to the fact that it's pre-season, and it's just third week. It's the third week. I think they're gonna be in a good shape in the fifth week. Fifth week is gonna be key after a month of training. Everyone back. I think, Giroud was good. Happy for that. What about the transfer market? A lot of talks, man. A lot of talks. Everyone is James Rodriguez saying that he wants to play in Italy, and Hauge is leaving, definitely for sure. And Kessie is coming back, so hopefully he's gonna sign a contract, because looking at our midfield, if he doesn't renew, God knows what we're gonna do. But
we can't afford to be like Inter or Juve, where they can afford to lose one of the key players and still probably fight for the same goal. Like if they want to make it to top 3 or top 4, even if they don't have Morata, they can keep going and get there. If we don't have Kessie, or if we don't have Ibra for the rest of the season, and then you have Giroud, who's also injured, then you're gonna put Leao there. And you're back to the same problem for last year. For me, that's not progress. If you still live in the same problems, even with changes in the formation, in the squad, you need to. I'm very critical when it comes to this, but I think you need to face different problems ahead. You should get rid of the past problems. You should not be getting 30 plus injuries next season. If we get a lot of injuries next season, there is something wrong. It's either we train too hard, it's either the preparation is not done well, or their diet is not good, or I don't know. But these kind of problems, they rip you from your season. And I think last year we saw that. Like we saw our team suffering from problems outside of the field. Like you have players missing for muscle injuries. So many players had muscle injuries last season. And I didn't see that a lot happening to other Italian teams compared to Milan.
I want to ask. Go for it.
I think as part of the renewal, we should offer him a bonus if he doesn't go to AFCON. How much does he want? 6 million, right? Get a no AFCON bonus in there somewhere.
Imagine telling that to people from Cote d'Ivoire. They will be pissed.
Or Benacer. Like, do you know how Algerians or Moroccans like they raise their flag everywhere?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
The only thing you can do is to bring someone to hang out with them with COVID, so they get COVID for 2 weeks and they come
But the
back
thing
and
is,
then they'll
like,
go.
if you get
Because
Ziyech, no, the thing
the
is,
only
if
thing
we
you
get
can do, dodgy thing you can do.
if
I
we get
know
more
it's
so
bad.
African players, they're gonna be leaving as well. Like if you get Ziyech, he's leaving as well. Like that's the thing. Even now, the guys we have as targets, like besides Vlahovic, I think we have Ziyech and probably who else is for that? Savitzer. So I don't know.
And James
James.
Rodriguez. Yesterday, James Rodriguez, James Rodriguez, alluded to wanting to play
Uh,
in Italy, and I think who else in Italy is looking for an attacking midfielder or playmaker?
Just AC Milan. He's
Inter,
coming.
Just AC Milan, isn't it?
I think
Yeah,
even
Inter
Inter might
signed.
be looking for. They
No,
have
Inter
Hakan,
signed
but
Hakan.
Yeah, Inter got the
still, like,
snake.
So this guy is coming. Unless his paid. How much is he paid? Is he paid a lot in terms of salary, wage? Oh, 6. My God.
no, but 6 in the EPL. Like I don't know. Even if we go there, Yusuf, we're gonna be paid a lot.
I know, but like, what I mean is he willing to
I
lower
think
his
so. I think
demands?
so. Because
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
that
I
would
Milan
think
is
so.
playing Champions League. I don't think Everton is next season, and he did
No.
not get called up for the Copa America. I'm not sure if because he was injured or
no,
because the
literally, he was told to go and find another club. He was told that. I read that
yeah. So
somewhere
so he
today.
wants to play for Champions League, but the fact that he's 29, already 30, I don't know what the deal is gonna be. Like I don't want to get James for 5 years or 4 years.
No,
I
he's
don't think.
he's going. For, he's 28. He's going for 29, I think, and
No, he's
No,
he's
going
he's
gonna
30.
sign.
He's 30, Laret.
I think he's
No, let me
closer to
check.
He
30.
is. Yeah, check it. According to Transfer Market, the German website, he is 30. So
Let's not get anyone with a
yeah,
bad injury. Come on, guys.
he's injury prone, but that's why if you get him, I mean, last year he played, I think,
30 years
26
old.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he played
he
30
played a lot.
games,
Yeah.
60. I think he scored 6 goals, assisted. He had like an 11 goal contribution or something like that. I looked it up today. He's decent, and he's been excellent, of course, with Real Madrid. His numbers, at least, with Real Madrid and with Monaco. Uh, but I hope. Well, it's the only concern is his injury prone, and he has not played in the Calcio before or in Serie A before. So let's wait and see.
Cacho is very tricky. Like
It is very tricky.
that's the thing. Like you need very intelligent player to play in
I
Cacho.
think we're gonna get both of them. We're gonna get Ziyech and James. Both of them we're gonna get.
I mean, if we do that, we're safe. I don't mind if we still have
I
to
think
see.
I think Ilicic is a done deal. We're not getting Ziyech. I think Ilicic is a done deal
Thing
as
is,
a right winger, not as a
thing
playmaker.
is, I think Ziyech is leaving Yusuf because like I'm
Yeah,
a
but
I'm,
he's not
I'm a
coming.
fluent
He's
guy,
not coming to Milan.
but no, but only Milan is willing to offer him a starting position. Like where can he go and play as a starter and make sure that he's going to be called up for the African nation and prepare for the World Cup qualifiers as well. Like
Oh, he
these
plays
things.
for Morocco, so he is gonna be called. You're
No,
from
but
Morocco, right?
no, but the coach does not play him as a starter now. He plays him as a sub.
But you're telling me he's not gonna be called for Morocco as a
We have
big
a
this.
very, very weird coach. Yes, we have a very, very yes. I don't like him. Like I don't think we made an upgrade. He's being paid a lot of money, but with the team he has and the players he has, I think we should be playing a lot better. But either way, like all I'm saying is, Milan is offering him like a key role. That's the thing. I don't think that who's the coach from Chelsea? What's his name again? Tuchel is gonna play.
Tuchel, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Tuchel's style is counter-attack, very fast wingers, rely on very fast strikers, and this is from PSG and from Dortmund. This is not a new. Ziyech is not that kind of player, and I told like even my friends in even Morocco, they were very very happy about Ziyech going there, and I told them if they get another coach rather than Lampard, and now he starts to play on a counter-attack, be sure he's not playing. And that's the thing. Like, if we're gonna be playing counterattack next season, I think we should go for a faster player. But if we want to play that kind of possession and find the last ball coming from that creative spot, I think Ziyech can be a great upgrade because he can shift from a winger to a cam throughout the game, and he
Guys,
plays them really good.
Ziyech. I have a good feeling Ziyech and James are coming, both of them. One is coming now in the beginning of August, and the other one at the end of August. I'm really optimistic because the overall thing is gonna cost 10, 15 million for Ames, and Ziyech is coming on loan.
with a 30 million option to buy. This is what
I think it's gonna be a 20 million option to buy. I
I
think.
think the smart way to do this is to offer them what they want at first and do a Tonali kind of move.
Yeah, but Chelsea's never gonna do that.
No, but Chelsea's making
smart
money
enough.
from Milan. Like,
bitchy way.
Chelsea is
of
the
being-
only club whatever they ask, they're gonna get that.
No, but
Yeah,
almost
they have
impossible.
this
Not
lady
Brescia, come on.
who's
that lady is crazy about the deals. Like,
They
she
are
does not
Russian, man.
negotiate,
They are not.
but she knows
they're
what
not
she's
from-
doing. She knows she has quality. So
Exactly.
it's either you
She's
do
never
this
gonna do
or-
that.
Yeah, like they did this with even Bakayoko. They refused. Even
she
when Milan.
sold,
I mean-
she sold the defender to Crystal Palace for 20 million pounds just a few days ago, who
But I
never
think
played
that
a single game.
on the deal
They
with
got-
Tomori,
They
I
got
think
2
we
million
got
for
her-
Giroud. They got 2 million from Giroud, man.
Yeah,
I think it's only because
whose
they were
contract
salty about
finished.
Tomori. I think that saltiness coming from Tomori deal, because Tomori deal, and you look now at the deals they're making. Like, they sold Varane for 50, they sold the other guy for, I don't know, and like even
Tomori.
the new defenders that did not still win anything great so far. Like, you look at Maguire and all these guys. That's a great bargain.
Yeah, but Tomori asked specifically he wants to leave from the Premier League. He wants to play abroad. So they were kind of forced to accept 30 million from AC Milan because that's the money you get outside the Premier League for a player
I
like
think we
Tomori.
should
They know
keep
that.
bringing players from Chelsea. Like, if we can get Kovacic, I don't know, any guy, anyone from that team is a great player. Like,
Kovacic is a starter, never gonna come to AC Milan.
no, but like
He likes
even
it.
Jorginho, I don't know, like any guy who wants to leave, I think we can get him from that team. And I
If we
think
can
he's
afford it, N'Golo Kante, the only guy we need. We're winning it.
No, man.
Okay.
I feel like if you put N'Golo Kante or I heard Renato Sanchez in our squad, Tonali is gonna disappear from the map. Basically, he's gonna even get more pressure. He's gonna be like, I'm never gonna play. He's gonna be like really suffering. Tonali to grow up needs less competition.
Renovate our trophy room. Just add the Champions League, one more Champions League trophy there.
It's Ziyech is a deal done. I think they're gonna finish. They're gonna do a loan with option to buy, and the option to buy is not gonna be more than 22 million, something like that, because the guy is going. Yeah.
I don't mind the other, like the striker in Chelsea, Abraham.
Oh, he's good. He's good. I think we're gonna deal with that next season, probably.
So,
Hopefully, we're gonna get it next season.
whatever Chelsea is buying, we're getting that probably like few years in the future or a few months in the future.
Does Ziyech have a European passport?
Yes. He was born in the
Oh.
Netherlands and he grew up there.
All right.
Basically.
All right. Okay. All right.
Completely
makes sense.
fine. Ziyech and James, I think is a deal done, man. I have that feeling that they're gonna come, both of them, because we are waiting for that. Basically, the Chelsea.
We need to
does
offload.
it.
I think we're just waiting to offload. We need to offload of two of the wingers at least. Like either Rebic, Leao, you keep one of them. We don't need.
The entire squad will be speaking French because even James played for James played in France, so
we need to
he
get
can
a French
speak
coach
French.
as well. Like get the coach from Nice. He won the Campeonato last year in Ligue 1, and I think
he's fantastic. I liked
he's a
I liked
great
him today.
tactical coach. Yeah. He know the weaknesses from Milan. He did not let them play their style. He pressed
three
them
times
very
now.
hard.
3 times he plays against Milan against
And
Pioli,
he
and Pioli
shows.
couldn't win.
Yes, and overall he wins over Pioli like 3 times so far. Tactically, even if he does not win the game, tactically he dominates Pioli, and he plays younger players. And I saw the defender from Barcelona. We tried to get to Todibo. The guy was a beast.
No, come on. Giroud made him look like a little boy today.
No, he was. It was the header was not against him. The header was against the midfielder. But
oh, was it? All right, maybe I got them mixed up. Sorry.
The one-on-ones, the duels, one-on-ones when players are trying to get past him. I think I saw him getting the ball much more than players getting past the guy, and he's very strong. And I like that kind of defenders. Like, you can see them progress. There is a lot of room for progression for him.
I just wanna wait a minute, guys. Relax. I don't think this coach is better than Pioli, in my opinion. Because if your team is playing like this 1 week before the league starts,
Trust me,
I
Lair,
think you have problem. You have problem.
No, but
And
if you win,
he's a
but
new
Lair,
he's a new coach.
if you win over PSG with Lille,
oh yeah,
and you
that's a
win,
different.
no, but
That's a
like
different thing.
that's and even Lyon, they've been spending so much on their team, and you have Lille who's been doing the same strategy that Milan is doing. It's the same management. It's Elliot, and they get this guy, and I think I think tactically he's very sound. The only problem with them is we did not see him with a world class team and world class players yet. But with average to good players, he can bring you better results,
But
and
let's
that's what
let's
Pioli is doing as well in Milan. Like,
let's make it. Let's close this Lille thing. Simple as that. They have good players. Let's face it. They have Boltman, the midfielder. No, sorry, the defender, and they have the Magnan was good as a goalkeeper, and Renato Sanchez as a midfield. So it's a solid squad. Not like PSG, of course, but I
they've
really
got so
believe
much with
Pochettino.
the.
I really believe Pochettino is not a good coach on the other side. So because with PSG, any coach can win the Ligue 1, and he didn't manage to do that. So
I like you
as
can
much
give
as
the guys credits still. Like
no,
even
I think he's a great manager. I think he's like probably, as you say, he's doing what Pioli is doing with AC Milan, is putting that extra to the team that actually is managing to win or overachieving for sure. But the other icon,
Come on.
that is a nice right wing as well. But yeah, I want to say we need to wait for KC. KC is coming next week and probably is gonna be playing against Valencia, if I'm not wrong. And what you guys think about this number 10? Because I said James and Ziyech is gonna be. They both are coming. What do you guys think? What is gonna be the transfer?
Realistically, I think after Ham's words yesterday, it makes sense now. But as I mentioned yesterday, I think Luis Roberto makes a lot of sense. I know he played as a mezzala in Lazio, but he can fit right in as a playmaker. He's the guy. He's the kind of players that when the game is locked and everyone is just we're playing against a team that is parking the bus. He's the player who can make things happen. But that's just a dream. I don't think it's gonna happen. But James Rodriguez can do that as well. But how much how fit is he gonna be? I don't know. Because the last competitive game he played, like the last night full 90 minute he played was back in February, and he played 70 minutes in May after like a month of stoppage because of injury. So I don't know what kind of physical condition will James Rodriguez arrive in.
I think it's gonna be like a great sign. A great sign, and people when they're gonna see him play, they're gonna realize that it's a good player for Serie A. Somebody was saying that probably Mourinho is gonna get the player. Hopefully not, because Mourinho is a best buddy with Jorge Mendes. They are like they grow together as a business. They are one big business together.
my dream player for that position would be Zaniolo, to be honest. And I think we can try to sneak him out.
A guy with two cruciate ligaments rupture. Take it from me. Take it from me. That's what I deal with at work. Players who have anterior cruciate ligament rupture is very difficult to get back. Yeah, it's very risky. I mean, we lost Conti. Conti used to be like the protagonists, and he was supposed to be the next coming of Cafu, and look what happened. Such a nasty injury.
If you're going to Lazio, to be honest with you, like Yusuf, I don't like Luis Alberto that much. I think I put him next to Hakan. I see him playing very similar to Hakan. When some game, like if you're playing Benevento, I'm looking at Maradona. But if I'm playing Inter, like I'm looking at a Sunday League player. and that's the same thing with Luis Alberto. You don't know when to count on him.
I
And
just want to say about Luis Alberto, I think he's a good player. I think he's too expensive, and I don't want to deal with Lotito. I don't want to deal with any president in Italy.
I
I don't
think
want
if
to
we
deal with
put in
him.
that kind of money, and you can add like I don't know, like 10 million and go for Savage, and that's a better upgrade. And he's
When you
still
go,
young.
when you start to think about those money, you have even more options than
Yeah,
just you can actually seriously go for a 50 million Zaniolo.
like
Going back to the fact that he had an injury, so you can convince Roma to get that 50 million, or you can go for other type of players in France or Spain or Premier League as well. 50 million, you can get a banging player. It's too expensive, and Lotito is gonna wait and wait and wait until you give him 50 or 40 million. So it's basically a dream. He tried. He tried to not go to training for a day, and end up going to training the day after because no chance. So, but yeah,
Sean, you have any
yeah.
news
So he's
about?
back in training now, because that's the
Oh
main
yeah.
reason I was suggesting Luis Alberto that there is a problem between him and the management and the club. So I thought maybe we can sneak in and strike a deal.
I think he tried. He really wants to leave Roma. He want Lazio. He wants to play in Champions League. So he tried not to go in training 1 or 2 days. And Lotito probably called his agent, and he say, "Listen, I'm a motherfucker, and you're gonna stay in the bench the whole season. So don't even try." And probably realized, you know what, he is talking seriously. Let's go back in training and smile. So that's
So there is this article that I'm reading from the Sun. It says that Chelsea rejected Hakim Ziyech loan offer from AC Milan as the Chelsea hold out for permanent transfer deal for the Moroccan outcast.
But it's the Sun, though.
Well, like so, like there must be some kind of because I saw an interview from Ziyech today, and he was like saying things which
The
looked
Sun is the definition of yellow papers.
I know, I know. I know
Yeah, it's
The Sun is one of the worst sources for transfer news,
yeah.
but still, I think they said this right after his interview when he was saying things like there is a new season, we should be going for the title and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know if he's playing a card here or like he's just showing his loyalty to Chelsea, but still, I think he should move. And I think the
Man,
best move.
you are in Morocco, for crying out loud, Anwar. Come on, go there and get us some sources. Ask some
talk with the
people around.
father. Where is the father
Exactly.
living, man?
You are from
I should have
with the
Morocco.
brought him
You
family.
should
Hakimi
know
then,
it.
because the Hakimi deal, I was so upset, man. Because I know the guy, I've been always defending him, and I have a brother who's a huge Madrid fan, and he was always giving him shit. And I was telling him like, you have a Moroccan guy who's 18 and he's starting for Real Madrid. Like, how many guys do you know who can actually do that and actually score goals? And not only that, he went on to Dortmund, he proved himself, he went on to Inter, one of the best players in Serie A. And now I expect a lot more to see from him in PSG. And I think he's one of those players like Gareth Bale, when you can actually move him forward and try him in a different position. I don't know if we can actually think about that with Theo, because defensively, I don't know, like if he does not improve, we're gonna concede. We're still gonna concede a lot from that left flank. And if we can move him ahead and probably play the Traore behind him, I don't know if that can work or not.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I think we were talking the other day. I think, or 2 days ago. I don't remember. Sorry, guys. It's every day looks the same. So we're talking about that. Listen, Pioli is not gonna be our manager forever, anyway. So we never know what's gonna happen in this season or in a 3-4 months. So we need to understand that we need to buy players that can actually work with a lot of other managers, not just with Pioli. And Theo Hernandez is a good player. He just needs to improve the decision making. Sometimes he tries to dribble when there is no need to dribble. Sometimes he just runs like an idiot. Where are you going? Just pass the ball
If we
and
get
run.
Laird, if we get 80 million, or guys, I'm gonna ask you all this question: if we get this Mercato 80 million, would you be okay with selling Theo?
Yeah. I will sell. Listen, I'm the type of person that I will sell anyone under the number 10 position. So if you have a striker, a 80 million pound or euro striker, you shouldn't
You
sell
should not, yeah.
because he's a 30, 35, 40 goals a season. a Shevchenko or a Kaká, you shouldn't sell that type
They
of player.
don't come along
Or
a
a
lot
Pat.
of times. Yeah.
Exactly. But if it comes an offer for Pirlo, 60 million, yeah, sell it. I understand he's a great player, but you can replace that with two players or with a different system of game. If it comes a 60 million offer for Theo Hernandez, straight away, man. Straight away. It's a great offer. Thank you, Theo. You're a great player. But that's a lot of money, and you can reinvest it for a Vlasic or for a Icone, whatever. Give me some right wing, left wing, Zaniolo,
Spinazzola,
players like
I would sell Theo and go for Spinazzola from Roma.
even Balotelli. This guy is basically a similar player like Theo.
Or-
Maybe he's
or,
less quality than Theo, but as a game, he plays the same game Theo plays.
Who's the Danish right back or left back that I saw in the Euros?
Damsgaard is a player. If you sell Theo for
You're
60
talking about
million,
Mele.
Yeah.
Mele.
That
Mele
guy
is good.
showed some really big performances in the Euros. And
Yeah,
I think
but if I want to go back to what Larit mentioned, I think that if we're going to learn something from the three consecutive Champions League wins of Real Madrid, is stability. It's the same fucking players that won the 11th and the 13th. The same midfield and
but
Cruz,
they already had a team.
Modric. And I understand, but it's still they were struggling in the
We don't have
domestic
the
league
money.
Like
sometimes.
they started the team with Mourinho, and
I
years
understand this.
after-
Maybe it's not the best of comparisons, but what I'm trying to get at is stability is such a massive thing, and I think we have it. I think we should keep it. I don't want to sell
Listen,
anyone. I don't want to sell.
I'll explain you what I was thinking. Real Madrid made the mistake to sell Cristiano Ronaldo for 100 million 3 years ago, and they went down as a brand, as a money, as a revenues, because that guy was a money making machine and a goal machine as well. As much as I criticize Ronaldo, you keep Ronaldo, you keep winning La Liga, which is an average league at the moment, and you keep making a massive revenue. Your brand is insane, and still big players wants to come to you, and you don't have that depth. So what they did, they sold the star, and they kept great players, and they got that problem. If they started to sell Sergio Ramos, Varane for 60, 50 million, they could have easily replaced them with a young player, with a talented player, and still win, and still be relevant, and still be the brand they still are, of course. But with Ronaldo, keep it. That's my opinion. The striker, the most talented player, the number 10, that's the
but
player
even
you don't
like-
sell.
there is even a bigger example, and it goes even behind the logic that you presented there. Like there is an exception, and for me, that's Liverpool or Chelsea. Even like Chelsea, they bought players they did not really offload. But if you look at Liverpool, they sold Suarez, they sold Coutinho for high prices, and that's how Klopp financed the rest of the team. They added some funds for sure, but still, that money turned out to be really spent correctly throughout
Well,
the team.
yeah.
They bought Wijnaldum, they bought this guy, they bought Fabinho as a rotation, they bought Van Dijk, they bought Alisson, they bought Salah. Like this team was created in overall 2 years or 3 years, and then they went ahead from one Europa League final, one Champions League final to win in the Champions League final. Chelsea, they missed out on UCL. They bought a team in the Mercato.
But it's
and
the
they went
same
on-
team, Anwar. It's the same team that started,
No.
barely qualifying
Yeah,
to
for
the
sure, for
Champions League, then winning
But, what I'm trying
reaching
to
the
say,
final, winning, and then it's the stability. Same
But-
coach, same core of players.
but
I
when
understand
Klopp
what
arrived,
Lara is saying.
But like when Klopp arrived at Liverpool, the decision was yes, we can sell Suarez and we can sell Coutinho, even though if they're the best players, because we're gonna use that money. It's not gonna be thrown into the management profit. So you see my point. Like we are at that level there. Like we're
But
not.
they
at
were
Liverpool
willing.
level.
They're willing to have the patience to build the project and have a project to build a team to win the Champions League and win the EPL. But we don't have the patience to finish the preseason here. We're freaking out
No, for sure.
because
No,
of preseason game.
we're just
So
speaking
I don't
about it
know
like
how we can apply that to us.
For me, if I'm thinking about Theo being sold for 80 or 90 million, yeah, for sure we would sell him. And I think we can get either Spinazzola or Mele from Atalanta, or even another. We have the Balotore, but if you're selling Theo, you need to fill that position. You're not gonna rely on the new signing just to miraculously play like Theo.
Well, we got Kirkett.
Krunic. I mean, Krunic can play even as a
No, Krunic,
goalkeeper.
Kirkett. I love that.
Yeah, I mean,
Characters.
yeah. But for me, if you need funds, because Elliot is not willing to give you the money, so you need to think about these options as well. If you can get, I don't know, if you can get a deal with PSG in the Theo deal, like you can get 2 players out of Theo from PSG.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. At the end, the overall, we are saying Theo, but it can be even, I don't know, another player in another position. Because we are lacking that quality as in the front. We can see that we are
would you
so
sell
weak.
Kessié, for example? Would you sell Kessié?
For 100
If
million?
for 100 million, yes,
Yeah, same.
easily. Renato Sanchez, 35 million straight away.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not gonna
Only
play
Renato,
well
you
as
go for
Kessié.
Renato, you go for this guy you're trying to sign for now 4 weeks from Nancy, or you go for the guy from Toulouse as well, and you like even these small deals now you can afford them all together, and you can loan them out. You don't need to rely on having them all part of the team.
And
Like
end up with a new squad, and then try to get
that,
them integrated and try to create a harmony and start from square one
yeah,
where we're starting from. No,
but like
I
no,
totally disagree.
no, but
Anyways, guys, listen, I have a plane to catch tomorrow morning, so it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. I'm going to Qatar, where the new the World Cup is going to be held next year. So
all
Are
right.
you organizing the
Wait.
World Cup or just?
Oh, I am.
fun?
I am. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna go check the new stadiums for sure. To snap a couple of pictures or something. I'll share them.
Okay, that's
All
cool.
right.
That's
All
good,
right,
man.
guys.
Right,
Take care.
Yeah,
Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you,
Forza
man.
Milan. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Forza Milan. No, I feel like if you can sell Kessie for 100 million, you really can buy 3 top class player
like
or
if you
2 top class player.
if you sell like Theo and Casey for almost 200 million, that should cover. Like if you end up buying bad players, that the management is not doing the right thing. But like you could have gone for Alaba, who's on a free deal, and like so many players who. It's not just stick to what we have. You need to think bigger sometimes, and you should afford a sacrifice from now and there, because we're not PSG, we're not Man City. So it's either we're gonna question the management and the ownership as a whole, and we don't want this because we think we deserve better players and better signings, or you just take it as it is, and that's it.
Yeah. But I doubt these offers are going to come, man. 100 million for Kessie or 80, 70 million for Theo. I don't think. I wish, but it's not happening, man. So just relax. We have to go for the next season with this team. I'm quite optimistic. As I say, I was agreeing with Roy. Is a preseason game. They're starting in a week. The Ligue 1. We still have 3 weeks, and definitely we're gonna be better next week, and even better after 2 weeks. First game for the Serie A. What is the first game for the Serie A? You guys, because everyone is talking about Krunic, man. People love Krunic in this chat. Every time the chat starts to talk about Krunic, the viewing goes from 65 to 37. So guys, stop talking about Krunic. It's the first game against Sampdoria.
Yeah, Sampdoria,
yeah.
Away game or home game?
Does it matter this season?
Yeah.
We should
I mean,
do
last
better.
season we finished on a very bad note at the home games.
Yeah, true.
We didn't win for like 12 games or 11 or even more.
But we're gonna have like 20% or
Wait.
30% of the stadium full. Away, they say it's away.
Okay, good.
Lucas, finally Lucas is being useful. Always writing shit in the chat. Man, focus. We're talking serious stuff here. It's AC Milan, man. It's our life. So Bring some quality content here, man. Bring
No,
some
look,
interesting questions.
I had a few good ideas the other day with the quizzes and all that.
Oh yeah, the quiz was quite good. Yeah, well done, Roy. What's going on here? Oh. Okay, I think sell rubbish. That's a better comment.
I think the three of us agree on that, right?
Or selling big and buying bigger. I think it's a good idea. Yeah, because
But guys, how good is the done deal?
yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. I think reports are writing a lot of bullshit. I think it's a done deal. They agreed already. They are just finalizing few stuff.
I think they should add like a buyback or priority to buy if they're willing to sell afterwards in Frankfurt.
No, I believe even if he becomes the next Kevin De Bruyne, I'm really happy for him. And life goes on, man. We need to move on. It's like we're going for the next talent.
I'm only
We're
saying
going for
that
the next good
because
thing.
we're not selling him for big bucks. Like we're selling him for 12 or 13. So why not add something to that deal?
There's some misunderstanding in the chat.
No confusion there.
Oh my god, some confusion. Lucas, stop smoking weed, man. Just focus during the chat. At least during the chat, have some respect for us, man. We're doing things seriously here.
Thing is, like Yusuf is fighting us. Like he thinks we're Inter fans or like Juve fans. He's speaking to us as if we're not Milan fans.
Oh yeah, he's getting really upset. We have some Manchester United fan here. I want to ask Kangu, what's going on with Manchester, man? Not the city, the United.
Guys, I'll have to cut it short. I'll have to leave and probably will do a live match in the next day.
No, we're gonna finish in 20 minutes because Man United is really struggling. They're losing a lot of games in preseason. But anyway, tell us in the comment section. So let's close this live. Roy, do you want to come in and say the last word about this game, or we close it shortly? Let me know, Roy. I'll wait for you another 5 minutes. So, Skrillad, what do you think, man, about the overall preseason at the moment?
Well, the first two games, as I had thought, is a bit of a joke because we were essentially playing the opposition half, so it didn't help us much. This game against a team that really wants to win, we will see what the deficiencies are. Again, and I have to keep repeating it because everyone thinks I'm joking, but actually I'm not. Krunic is still absolute garbage. He needs to be out of the entire squad. Outside of the entire Milan organization. I don't want to see him as assistant coach. I don't want to see him as the next sporting director. I want him out. You know, can be
outside the city.
Yeah, he just needs to be, because this guy is costing the minutes of Maldini, who I think a lot of people in the chat said played quite okay. He's costing a lot of minutes of other players with his complete garbage. So he needs to be out.
Okay, still on the Krunic side. I understand. What about you, Anwar, man? Last words, final words.
I don't know, man. I just hope that Milan does not wait until the last day and we make the signings now to get them fit with the team and train and prepare for the season. I don't want them to wait to the very last second and then get the great signings. I think you can do them now, and the prices are not that expensive. If you look at Ziyech or Kames, or like they're asking for 15 to 30 for Ziyech. I think it's fair for them to ask for these prices, and we need to step up our game. Next games, I just want to see the team fitter, and I want to see a plan B from Pioli because over the last and every game that I've seen from Pioli so far, it's one tactic. We stick to it, and even when we try to do subs, many times over we will do a roll to roll sub. Like you get a cam, you out, you get a cam in, you get a winger out, you get a winger in, and he's not trying to shift the teams in some different direction. So probably that's what I'm expecting from Pioli.
Yeah, I hope we get rid of Conti, Caldara, Casti, and some other players. So at least
Krunic.
I see it really hard to get rid of Krunic. I think he's gonna stay another season.
He does not get injured. That's the thing. Like, he gets fouled so much, and he never gets injured.
He's a tough guy, man.
He is a tough guy.
He needs a way out. Someone please show him the door.
I think even today, half of Nice fouls were on Krunic.
Yeah, actually, I noticed that he attracts fouls and slows down the game.
But I think he does this because he knows he cannot offer much. So at least
you're right. He's got nothing else.
But I'm okay with a player like that because he knows this is his limit. This is what he can add to the team. He just gets the ball at Milan side. He does not lose it aimlessly.
For 90 minutes. You want that sort of guy for 90 minutes.
No, but I think for the role he's filling, I think it's hard to find a player who just runs in the field and gets you fouls and keep the ball at your side. Like, how many players do you know who can do just that one role? And he does it perfectly. That's the thing. Like, I'm not saying he's a great player, Husni. Let's not confuse it.
He played well today, man. I'm sorry, Skrilla, but unfortunately for you, he played well. He played well.
Oh, man, this Lucas guy, how old is he? He's like 12 or 13?
He's 11.
Bro, he's
depending
toxic. The toxic levels he has is just outstanding. But
depend on the days.
Him, but anyways, like on every call or every podcast, be sure that I'm not gonna pay attention to what your comments.
Depends on the day. Some days he's a good guy, he's lovely.
No, it's not even about a good guy. He's not even saying something constructive, like nothing. He's just trashing everything we say, and there is no logic behind it. And even when you show him the stats and everything, he still keeps at it. Unbelievable. Anyways, I just want to see more from Pioli in terms of tactics, and I want to see him try more. I don't want to see him sticking to only one plan. And I think this team can offer more than one plan. That's the thing.
If you want to upset Lucas, just say we have to sell Leao. That's the best way.
I think we should sell Leao if we get like 50 million on the guy or 40.
Well, he's gonna now come with these comments and say you don't understand shit about football.
He is the Platini of trash talking, but that's all he does.
No, but in my opinion, we shouldn't sell anyone until we sell Krunic. Because if you sell Leao, you sell anyone, purely going to have excuse. Okay, there's a space there. Let me put Krunic there. It's gonna be an absolute joke.
And the thing is, like, Husni Krunic, the problem is that the Pioli loves the guy so much that he uses him too much. But
this is why I'm Pioli out, man. There's one reason I'm Pioli out for this sort of shit.
Imagine if the next manager puts Krunic even more than Pioli.
Yeah, like, Gianpaolo's fault. When we start with the shit
Spalletti or Ragni, whatever. Imagine another manager sees something on Krunic and he puts it in. What's going on after that? What are you gonna do after that?
Which club is gonna buy him? That's the thing. Like,
at the moment, no one.
When Sheva comes in, he's gonna sort this out. Sheva's not gonna take the shit from Krunic. He's gonna ship him to like the Primavera or something, or he's gonna send him to the ladies' team.
I think next summer.
I don't have that much hate on Krunic, to be fair with you, Husni. I think I never expected too much from him, and I think he's doing what he's there for.
The penalty. This is it.
The penalty was a shit call from the ref. To be honest.
No, you can give a shit call in any game. It's this guy.
You cannot give that a penalty and not give
the penalty.
Just be realistic. You saw the Leao foul. The guy was basically just pushing Leao on the penalty box. He did not even foul that. And then you have Krunic who's running away from the guy, and the guy just diving in the other direction, and that's a penalty call. How can you, like, it doesn't even make sense. And I think he should have been a bit more aggressive with Nice players, because at moments they were pushing too much. They were being too explosive on the tackles. They're not worrying too much about injuring the other players. And your job as a referee in a friendly game is to get them in check and to keep the players safe at the end of the game.
So I have this comment, because the other ones is kind of a ingredients: bresaola, tortellini, fettuccine. So I don't know. People are cooking. Pioli should be cooking, but people in the chat are cooking. So
Are more not. Oh my
people
god!
are
This
saying, "Take it easy, Lucas." Some people are saying, "Lucas, where is it at?" This is a good comment. Lucas Kipling. Oh Jesus Christ! People sometimes in the chat they just get it. They go too
no, but he's
high.
just a guy behind the keyboard. He never had the balls to come on the podcast and tell this and
Oh
get
man,
back
we
up.
are waiting for that day. That will be a big day. That will be a massive day.
I'm not his age to be fighting with him on a keyboard and telling him, "Oh, you should read this." I'm not knowledgeable, and
I already have the thumbnail ready for his live, man. I'm waiting for him to come live. He's gonna one day he's gonna come. Lucas as well. Lucas, if we win the Champions League, are you gonna show up for a live? Let's see. Let's see his answer. Lucas bigger than the Rossoneri. Anyway, let's close this.
He dropped off.
he just logged off. When is the next game? Husni?
Sorry, guys.
I don't know. Let me check the schedule.
No.
Wednesday.
The next game is Wednesday. This Wednesday
Yeah, I think so.
against
Yep.
Valencia. Oh, so
Yep.
next weekend Real Madrid.
Yep, Sunday.
That's-
Yep.
Sunday, Real Madrid. Oh, that's big stuff, man. Real Madrid probably gonna close the deal for Bale, or
For Krunic masterclass. His hat trick.
Or,
income.
exchange Krunic, Bale. You never know. Imagine.
I mean, if we can get Krunic to, he won the best Bosnian player, athlete, or I think player of the year.
What a joke award, by the way. I'm sure Maldini paid money to get that award to try and sell him. It didn't work.
Oh, I'm gonna miss this thing, man. I'm gonna miss Skrilla. I'm complaining about Krunic when he's gonna leave next summer. It's gonna be like,
As
somebody
long as
else
we
is
have
gonna come.
Pioli, I think as long
Somebody
as
else is gonna come.
I think Pioli is gonna take him. That's the thing. Like we're only gonna get rid of Krunic when Pioli is leaving to another
No,
team.
Pioli's lined up his next job, by the way. He's going to be the coach of the Bosnian team, and Krunic is going to be captain.
So you can play him every game, basically. Listen, Krunic is gonna listen to these words, Skrilla. Krunic is gonna leave, and we're gonna buy another player that you're gonna hate more than Krunic, which is gonna be better than
I doubt
Krunic,
so. I doubt
but
so.
you're gonna hate it at the same level because our level goes up, and even our players goes up the level, but still you're gonna hate someone because there's gonna be always a player that is not good enough.
By the way, I
So-
think that if Krunic wasn't in the squad and we played with 10 men, we would have played better without him.
Nah,
You know,
it's
everyone
not
will be
so
more
bad.
focused. With 10 men,
I think
we try to win this, they're going to be more driven.
it's all in your eyes, man. You're seeing something really bad, which is not so bad. Believe me. Krunic is a Serie A level. He can play easily as a sub, as a third choice, as Roy says, or the last 10 minutes, or even in a game when it's not a big game, But don't see it like such a bad player. I think Casti is a worse player than Krunic.
Casti had an assist today. Some games matter, okay? He had an assist.
Come on, man.
Anyway,
Anyway.
was not taking that free kick. If he was, you know what's gonna happen. So
It was a goal. Anyway, let's close the live now. Thank you guys for coming here. I see at least people are more relaxed. I remember the first comment was people like completely crying, and so don't worry, guys. It's just a preseason, as Roy says. We're not doing bad. It's gonna get better. Let's see Wednesday. Roy wants to do a watch along for sure, Real Madrid. So let's see. Wednesday, I'm not sure about the watch along, but probably a post match for sure.
but seriously, I saw a comment here, but I want to ask Husni the question: What was your reaction to Krunic goal?
No, I said it. I think Ari was doing a watch along. I said he deserved the man of match for that game. They are Krunic is man of the match, by the way. That game, and I think the other one was I think against Manchester United, he wasn't that bad, to be honest.
I think it was in the UEFA away game in the group stages. I remember one of them he scored, and
Yeah, but
I don't
against
know,
Celtic, he was so shit. He let in 2 of those goals. His direct fault. Absolute shit.
I think Skriniar was like not even believing what's going on in that moment. It's like, what the fuck? Is that Krunic? It's not possible.
No, what I wrote, and I think I read out my comment. I said that I admitted I owe Krunic an apology, but immediately after the game, I took it back.
Anyway, so thank you guys. Forza Milan, and see you next time. Peace.
see you.
Oh yeah, guys,
Yeah.
like the video and subscribe and all that thing, whatever if you want. We're not forcing anyone. Forza Milan.
Forza Milan, man.
Yeah, Forza Milan.